Hey guys, welcome back. It's Kelsey, and today's video I'll be showing you all the new products that I got from Ulta. Everything is going to be new and drugstore friendly for you guys, showing you my first impressions of these items. Also for you guys to determine if you want to go out and buy these products yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, my hair is up, so we're gonna start on the eye look. So it's actually been a minute since I purchased a new eyeshadow palette, girl. Like, I feel like the only drugstore palettes that I have are like Morphe and ColourPop, pretty much. I feel like I'm missing one, but definitely those two I have tons of. I wanted to branch out and look at different brands, so I was looking at the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palettes, and I picked up this one. It is called the Reloaded Iconic Fever. It pretty much has like a neutral, warm color scheme going on. A lot of warm pinks and reds in here, so we're gonna give it a try. Girl, I almost forgot. I also picked up the E.l.f. Putty eyeshadow primer. I usually use a concealer to do my eyeshadow looks, but like just thinking about like back in the day how I used to use MAC, Pink Pot, and Painterly, that used to have my eye looks popping. But I don't know, I'm not sure if they discontinued it, or I don't know what made me not want to continue buying it, but I love the way it actually made my eyeshadow pop and stay on longer. So hopefully this is going to be a dupe. So I'm just going to take a clean finger and just rub it in, and I'm just going to blend it on my eyelid. It's applying really thick but smooth at the same time. Hopefully it dries down matte, so there won't be any creasing. Okay, now that that is on and blended, we can go into the eyeshadow look. So I'm just gonna start off with this shade right here. It's like a warm muted brown, and I'm gonna apply that on my crease. I'm gonna use my Morphe M504 fluffy brush. Let's see if this is gonna show up. No, she is there. She's a nice brown. Okay, this shadow is blending in so nice. I don't know, it might be because of the putty primer, but the color pigmentation is there. Okay, transition color is on. I want to apply a deeper shade. I'm gonna go in with this color right here. It's like a brick rosy shade, and I'm gonna put that on my lower crease. And I'm just gonna go back in with that fluffy brush and just lightly blend those two colors together. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's like a rich brown coppery shade. I'm just gonna pat that on my outer lid area. So I'm actually gonna bring this on my inner lid as well, because I wanna put a brighter shimmer around top. So I'm just gonna go in with this really nice shimmery coral shade, and I think I'm gonna apply that right to the center, just to get that like halo effect. Ooh, that looks so nice. So next I want to mix these two shades, this red and cranberry color, and just apply that to deepen the crease a little bit. Looking more of like a night out situation. So you guys, I ended up applying this peachy sparkly color right on top of that deep bronzy shade, just because I like the way this looks better. So for the brows, I'm gonna use my NYX Professional Micro Brow Pencil, and I got this shade Espresso. I previously bought this a long time ago in the shade like brown or dark brown, and it just wasn't dark enough. So hopefully this one is gonna do the trick. To clean up underneath my brows, I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place concealer in the shade 15. So quickly, I'm going to apply this flesh tone color right here and apply this on my brow bone. So to set my eyebrows, I'm gonna use the NYX Control Freak Brow Gel. The only brow gel that I feel like I ever had was one by NYX. I didn't really like that one. And my Benefit Brow Gel, which is my favorite. Looks like a regular mascara wand. So we'll know if this really works if my brows are still intact by the end of this video. So I'll be using two primers today. The first one, I'm gonna go in with the E.l.f. Hydrating Primer. This primer is super hydrating. Oh my goodness. Next, I'm gonna apply the E.l.f. Poreless Primer. This also reminds me of the E.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, which is really good as well. For foundation, I'm going to apply the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 335 Classic Tan. I don't think I ever used this foundation. I feel like a long time ago I had the shade like brown cinnamon when I was really tan. I don't really have a tan right now, so I'm kind of still at my winter foundation, but we're gonna see if this is a match. To apply this, I'm gonna use the E.l.f. Buffing Foundation Brush. This is pretty new. I'm really excited because usually I use my Morphe foundation brush. This one is definitely smaller, but it has kind of like a tapered into it. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit on the back of my hand since this doesn't have a pump to it. Okay, I might have did that with that foundation color though. Wow, whoa. This looks so good. Just putting whatever's left on the back of my hand on the other side. I was kind of like in between getting the hydrating one. I think they have a hydrating one, yeah. Since it's the summertime, it's getting hot, your girl needs to be matte. I'm really surprised. I honestly thought that it was going to be like too light for me. For concealer, I'm going to use the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer in this shade Medium Olive. I have the NYX Born to Glow foundation, which is my favorite foundation of all time. Like, that foundation levels up to my high-end ones. So I have high expectations for this concealer. Hopefully it's just like the foundation. At the tip, it has a sponge, so that's interesting. I've never seen an applicator like this, especially with concealers. I'm gonna apply a little bit. Okay, so that's really bright. It's okay. We're gonna keep going. It feels really creamy though. So these are all the areas where I'm going to apply that concealer because it is a little bit too bright for my liking. We'll see if I have to add another one that's a little bit closer to my skin color, but I'm going to blend this out first. Okay, that blended out so smooth. Like, I honestly love how that blended out, and I'm kind of surprised that it's not, you know, patchy looking because of its color, but so far so good. So I'm just applying the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Cool Tan, and just apply this right underneath that shade. Also applying this around my mouth. And you can also get this concealer at Ulta. Okay, that looks way better. So I'm just going to go back in with my foundation brush and blend out any harsh lines. Cream contour, I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in this shade Beautiful Bronze. This is something that I used to contour with all the time back in the day. And I'm going to apply it with this flat buffing brush. And just buffing that upwards towards my cheeks. I'm just using my foundation brush to buff that color into my skin. I used to love using this concealer to cream contour just because it was really easy to buff out. As you can see, we're getting a really bronzy look, girl. I absolutely love the way that looks. And then I'm just going back in with my sponge to blend the concealer and bronzer together. So to set my concealer, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution loose setting powders. I like mixing these two because they both give me that really nice brightening effect. So with my Morphe E48 brush, I'm going to buff and sweep the powder away. To lightly set my foundation, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in the shade Medium Deep 30. Not applying too much, but honestly, whatever's on the cap, I'm just going to lightly dust on my face. To bronze my skin, I'm going to use the Maybelline City Bronzer in this shade 300. I'm doing this just to add some warmth to my skin and also set that cream contour. Of course, we cannot forget about the nose, honey. So I'm just going to go in with a flat eyeshadow brush and lightly contour my nose. Nothing crazy, just going down the bridge of my nose with as little product as possible. If you guys want a more in-depth video of how I highlight and contour my makeup, make sure you leave a comment down below. Next, I'm going to apply the Makeup Revolution Blush Reloaded in the color Pink Bliss. This is what it looks like. It's coming off really pink, but it actually has a nice coral undertone to it. After applying it a few times, it's now showing up on my skin. So I am having a little bit of a hard time applying this. I have to go in with this multiple times just to see some color. I'm kind of surprised because in the pan it's like a really light pink and it's coming off a lot deeper. I'm applying a little bit on my forehead just to give her some love. For highlighter, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Nefertiti highlighter. This is definitely giving me like Fenty Beauty trophy wife vibes, but with like a hint of pink. So I'm just going to apply whatever's left on my forehead, chin, cupid's bow. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go in with my eyeshadow brush and lightly tap and go in with my nose just for a more precise highlight and also on the bridge. So I'm just going to lightly blend it out with my sponge. I like for my highlighter to blend out with the rest of the colors, just so it doesn't sit on like one spot on my face. So guys, I'm going back to the eyes, and I'm going to line my eyes with the NYX eyeliner. So I'm already noticing that it's not as deep and as black as the regular matte liner. Next, I'm going to apply this Wet n Wild eyeliner in the shade Rosé Latte. So you guys, I just applied this white eyeliner that I just got from the beauty supply store because that tan one just wasn't showing up the way that I wanted to. So I'm just going to go back in with that eyeshadow palette and apply this deep red shade right here onto my bottom lash line. Just focusing that like right underneath that white line. Now I'm just going in with that deep matte brown shade and applying that on the outer area. For mascara, I'm going to use the Maybelline Sensational Lash Mascara. So next, I'm going to apply these lashes that I got from AliExpress. I'm going to link them down below if you guys want to check them out. They're pretty good. They're just a little bit too long for my liking, but they're perfect for the really dramatic, bold eyeshadow looks, which of course is going to be today. Okay, you guys, lashes are on. We're going to go straight into the lips. I'm going to find a lip liner that topped my ColourPop and Shayla lip liner, which is my favorite. I really like this lip liner just because it pretty much goes with any lipstick that I pair it with, and it's definitely brown girl friendly. So if you're looking for a nice deep lip liner, I definitely recommend this one. So on the website, I saw that e.l.f. came out with these creamy satin lipsticks, which I had to try because I love e.l.f. period. So when I saw these, I was like, ooh, had to get it. And I got two shades. This one is in the shade Nectar, and it's a really nice muted pink. I think it's gonna go well with this eyeshadow look. Just gonna apply it in the center. These are actually really creamy. This looks cute. This lip is just giving me everything, but we're not gonna stop there. I also got the shade Cream, and it's just a really nude cream lipstick. I can't really describe it any other way. I'm gonna apply this right in the center. So I'm just going back in with the lip liner just to give it like a slight ombre look. Right in the center, I'm going to add the ColourPop So Juicy lip gloss in the shade She's Here. I've always wanted to try these lip glosses just because like I just love the old school, you know, aesthetic to it, you know. I think it's cute. I'm just gonna apply a little bit towards the center. Ooh. I kind of want to add another highlighter just to give it like a slight pop to it. I'm going to add my ColourPop Super Shock Cheek highlighter in this shade Parasol, and it's just a really nice champagne gold, and I'm just going to lightly dab it on my cheeks. You know what, I'm gonna add a little bit of that on my inner tear duct area just because I felt like it's missing something, missing some brightness. So to set the entire look, I'm gonna use my Milani Make It Last setting spray. I heard a lot of good things about this setting spray. Oh, it kind of goes out pretty far. Oh my goodness. That came out crazy. Let me do it again. I'm gonna let this dry and then I'm gonna do it again. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That just came out nuts. So I'm just gonna do my hair off camera and we'll be back with the final thoughts. Okay, you guys, this is the completed makeup look. I am in love with this whole entire look. The eyes and the lips go so perfect together. But what really surprised me was this foundation, honey. Like, I love the way it looks. Number one, I would say that this foundation shade matches me perfectly. Just the finish of this foundation, it's not too matte. It just looks really skin-like and natural. And of course, I 100% recommend this lip combination. These e.l.f. lipsticks were super soft and creamy. And this gloss right here, honestly, just brought the whole lip together. One product that did give me a hard time was the Makeup Revolution blush. It just took too long to build up. It honestly didn't show up on my skin the way that I wanted to. It wasn't really pigmented, which is definitely a con because there's other drugstore blushes out there that work really good, as well as the high-end ones, and this one just kind of fell short. So you guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below of which products you think you're gonna cop. Also, make sure you check out the description box down below to see all the products that I use in today's video. Thank you all again, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace.